Do you believe that a satanic cabal is in charge of the United States?
I think there's a satanic cabal running the world.
Mm.
Yes,
And
they
when you
go to
say
places
that,
like Davos and the World Economic Forum.
who are some of the satanic individuals?
Well, you've seen a few of them already. They're not hiding it. You look at any profile, high profile rap artist. Uh, you you know from the Clinton camp. I believe Barack Obama has been involved in some of it.
Hmm.
But you look at the Soroses, you look at the Rockefeller types. Um,
Hmm.
but then
But Mike, let's
so
really, I want, because sometimes people are so vague. Rockefeller type. So, I mean, let me just ask you, is George Soros demonically or satanically possessed?
I don't know.
You don't know. Is Barack Obama?
I don't know.
But you just listed both of them.
Have you ever asked them?
No, I've not spoken. I've never asked them
I haven't
anything. But who
either.
am I, right?
I
But
can
what I'm
only
saying
look
is,
I
do
can
you,
only look at their actions.
and do you believe that their actions are evidence of satanic possession?
I don't know.
But
I
then why are
just
you
know
bringing their names up?
because they're trying to destroy humanity.
Okay. Who are the Rockefeller types you mentioned?
Well, you've seen them. I'm not going to get into to name dropping right now. We'll deal with that later on.
Who will deal with it, though? It seems we would want to know. If you have the list, I want to know who these people are.
Well, if you would get me the Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell list, I could probably point to a lot of them.
Mike, I got to ask you a serious question here, and I hope you don't take offense. Are most of these satanically possessed people either black or Jewish? Because you're naming a lot of black and Jewish people.
I don't know their ethnicity.
You don't know Obama's ethnicity?
Well, I is he I don't know
You're
what
not
he
sure.
claims to be one thing, and he's also claimed publicly to be another thing.
What do you mean?
Well, is he a U.S. citizen? Is he an African citizen? Is he, this goes back to the whole birth certificate argument.
Oh my
I don't
God.
I don't have an opinion on it. I just know that this man has presented himself to be one way,
Mm.
and then his actions were entirely another way. He's been the most divisive, hate-filled president we probably had ever had until Joe Biden, which is really Obama 3.0.
Wow.
Uh,
So you don't know what about Soros and Epstein? Did you know that they're Jewish?
I don't care.
You don't
I
care.
don't care. I don't care what they are.
Hmm.
I'm judging them by their actions, more
Right.
the content of the character than the color of the skin. That
So
seems a very superficial argument to bring in.
can satanic possession be cured?
Well, if you remove the possessor, I guess so, yeah.
How is that done, though?
Well, biblically, it would be through an exorcism or something of that nature.
Wow. That sounds extremely serious.
Well, are you demonically possessed?
Not that I'm aware of. Do I seem it to you?
No.
Oh, well, I'm just saying
So
it
so
sounds
we
like an
look like we're in the
exorcism is
clear.
very serious.
Well, I would say that anyone who's bent on destroying the human race
Yeah.
is probably in league with the one that you would say is the enemy of the human race, and that would be Satan himself.
Wow. This is bumming me out, Mike. I'm not going to lie. This is a sad outlook. It's making me sad about
Well,
humanity.
but look what just occurred, David.
Yeah.
We got assaulted by a virus and then a vaccine we were misled by. We've got a Green New Deal that's going to destroy and collapse the US economy. And
Oof.
that's just the US. Look at what's going on in Europe. Look what's going on in Asia. It's a concerted effort to thin the world of humans.
Dear God. And then, but now on the other end of that, what's the goal? Why thin the world of humans? Who benefits?
Well, if you see people like you and I
Yeah.
made in God's image as your enemy, well then that's a victory for you.
You just get rid of the bad people, essentially.
And enough to have sort of an army of slaves, which is if you take communism at its truest form, that's just a small group of people controlling a very large group of people through fear and dependency. So we're looking at a world of slaves that's being run by a few people, and they're okay. They seem to be okay with slavery as long as they get to be the new masters. And
Wow.
that's where your color component comes in, because it's really not color dependent. It's who gets to play the master this time around. And we have, I believe, more slaves now in the United States because of our open southern border and our ports of entry being wide open than we've ever had. And my opponent is one of the
Wow.
chief supporters of the wide open border, and I believe is responsible for a lot of the human trafficking that has come out of particularly Guatemala, but
Well, Mike,
Central and South
listen, I have
America.
not seen evidence of that. I will investigate it. I have to say, in total honesty, some of this stuff is pretty out there, even for the Republican Party. So I sort of understand the unendorsement. This is some pretty out there stuff that you're saying.
But just saying it's out there doesn't mean it's not true. It just means you haven't come to terms with it
That's
yet.
absolutely correct.